This is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 214. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, boo. Happy Boo Year. I want to say welcome to 2023, the best year of your life. I know every single year you say that, but every single year it's possible. It's possible. You've got to be an optimist this year. There is no use in being anything else. To start off this year, I thought of so many things I wanted to talk about. And, if you know me, I have so many lists of all the podcasts I want to do and all the courses I want to do and books and posts and newsletters and blogs and YouTube videos and reels. I have a lot that I'm going to accomplish that I want to do. But we've got to remember we can only do one thing at a time. We can only take one single step at a time. So I just chose a random one that I want to do with you guys, a little exercise that I want you to start doing today. I want you to start today. And it's not a hard one, okay? And so I want you to put a Post-it note somewhere to remind you, okay? And I want you to write sipping a little love. That's the name of this exercise. Sipping a little love. And I'm going to read it. So this is from Teal Swan's book, How to Love Yourself. And in this book are so many amazing exercises. But this one I really loved. And it's something that I wasn't doing. And I actually never heard of this exact way to do it. And let me just read the excerpt. It's really short. Sipping a little love. To employ this technique, you need a glass of water. Sit down with the glass of water in front of you and think of someone or something that you really love. Focus on that person or thing and imagine it in any way that causes you to feel intense, positive emotion, aka love, towards that person or thing. Then imagine sending or focusing all that positive emotion and love into the water that is in the glass. Maintain this focus for about 5 minutes. If you need to, you can use a picture of that person or thing to help you intensify the emotion. Music also works quite well to help intensify the emotion or feeling. If you have trouble thinking of anything specific that you love, you can choose to focus on the water itself and project love for and to that water. Once you have done this, drink the water. Okay, so I'm going to stop real quick and tell you guys that I did this. I looked at a picture of my sister and I felt the love for her. And I focused on the glass of water and I put all my love and attention and intention into that glass. And I looked at the glass like it was my sister. And let me tell you why this is so powerful, okay? By drinking water into which you have focused love towards another person, you are forcing your body to accept love. Once you swallow that water, your being has only one option: to accept that love. It doesn't take any effort on your part either. The strong, high-frequency energy of the love you have focused into the water causes the low-frequency energy in your body to change. You can think of it like music. Drinking the love-infused water forces the low-frequency tone of self-hate that you have inside of you to come into alignment and resonate with the high-frequency tone of self-love. This technique is not just about the mental metaphor of drinking love. Focusing love onto water actually affects the water itself. In the recent past, a debate has raged between scientists on this matter. There are some who set out to prove that thoughts can change the structure of water molecules. And there are those who set out to prove the entire idea that the thoughts affect water is quackery. The scientists in the latter category are mostly those who either still subscribe to a Newtonian model or a mechanical universe, or those who comprehend only a portion of the implications that quantum physics is pointing towards. In short, what science has not yet fully accepted is that our reality is not fixed. Like any aspect of physical reality, water reflects thought. Water reflects thought, just like any aspect of physical reality. Remember, water reflects anything physical and mental. But it does this unlike any other substance known to man. Water behaves as if it's a living thing in and of itself. Water has memory, and its surroundings affect it. And nothing affects the frequency and subsequent structure of the water itself more than thought. I bet you never thought of this before, right? I know we probably all know that experiment where they were really mean to water or a plant, and then the person was really loving to water or a plant, and you see the structure change, or you see the plant thrive, or you see it die. Well, this is real, guys. This is real. Nothing affects the frequency and subsequent structure of the water itself more than thought. And please understand that your body is more than 70% water. Our thoughts are affecting every single cell. We have trillions of cells in our body, and our thoughts are affecting them every second of every day. Whew. Let me continue. Being an extrasensory since birth, I can visually see the effect that thought has on water. This is ultimately what caused me to conduct the water experiment on myself that you read about in chapter 3 of this book. When water is subjected to thought, the water retains the frequency of that thought. Water adopts the frequency of any thought that it's focused towards. So drinking water that has adopted the frequency of love causes the water in your body to entrain with and resonate at the same frequency as love. This is even more incredibly powerful when we stop to acknowledge that about 2/3 of the weight of an adult human consists entirely of water. Okay. This book is very, very powerful. I do highly recommend it. I was reading page 177 of How to Love Yourself. And what I want to encourage you to start doing, starting today, okay, it doesn't cost any money at all. It takes 5 minutes a day. I want you to do this once a day. I want you to write a Post-it, put it in your kitchen, and on the Post-it, write, sipping a little love. And for 5 minutes a day, consider this your meditation time. 5 minutes a day. I want you to focus on a glass of water. You can do juice if you want, or a smoothie, whatever you prefer. Tea, whatever it is. I want you to sit there for 5 minutes. Set the alarm, set your phone. And what happens is I love to put on music, so one of my sister's favorite songs, and I love to sit and look at a photo of her next to the water, and I pretend that she is the water and the water is her, and I'm putting all of the love that I have for her into that water. I'm charging that water for 5 minutes. It's very, very powerful, and this helps you to accept love, because a lot of us are walking around giving, praying for love. We're giving because we want to be loved, but we can't accept love. We don't know how to accept love. And so we're giving and we're not receiving, and it's backfiring in our face. There's a lot of people that don't know how to give. They're just taking. I know a lot of those people. I used to. People that take don't know how to give. And people that give oftentimes don't know how to receive. I want to encourage you to learn how to receive this year, boo. And last thing I'll say before I let you go. You're going to have some thoughts today, tomorrow, next week, next month, and all of 2023. You're going to have some thoughts that do not serve you. I want you to let them go. I want you to let them come into your mind, and I want you to let them go. If something doesn't serve you, meaning if it doesn't bring you joy, abundance, peace, gratitude, positivity, I want you to hear it, recognize it, and say, that's not true. That is not true. It's not true. You can have a thought, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this. That is just a thought. It doesn't mean it's true. You have, if you're a woman, you have over 80 thoughts a day. If you're a man, you have around 20,000. Hey, this is the statistic, y'all. Okay? Women are very much in their heads, thinking all the time. That's why we're better communicators, okay? But the problem is that that's why we go crazy. That's why we are crazy. We're driving ourselves crazy with all of these thoughts. And so I want to encourage you to hear your thoughts, recognize they are simply old habitual thought patterns. They are not true. If it's not serving you, it is not true. You are good enough. It's just a thought that you're not. It's not true. And if you believe that it's true, that's because you've thought it over and over and over again. Okay? And so, that's what I want to encourage you to be mindful of every day, starting today. Write a note. I am not my thoughts. We need to be reminded, guys, you're going to forget and you're going to start falling into your old patterns. Okay? This is why it's so powerful when I tell my clients to throw out all the food in their house that they don't want to eat. Okay? Now, I wish I could tell you to throw out all the thoughts that you don't want to believe, that you don't want to think, that you don't want to carry into 2023. I cannot go into your mind and do that. But what I can do is encourage you to write a Post-it note or an index card and put it in your bathroom and put it on your refrigerator and put it where you do the dishes. I am not my thoughts. I am enough. I love myself 100%. I am the prize. I am worthy. Things like this. Any one of those that resonate with you. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Because the message... Whoa. Sorry, I know you guys heard that outside. The messages I heard as a kid, and maybe you heard them too, was that I wasn't enough, that I wasn't special, that I wasn't good enough, that I had to work my whole life for the approval and the love of a man. It's not true. I am enough. I am good enough exactly as I am. I don't need to do anything to receive love. I don't need to be anything. I just am. And so are you. You are worthy exactly as you are. Now, I don't want to confuse you with, if you do selfish things, if you do mean things, if you do inconsiderate things, if you do, if you do things to other people, well, you're not worthy and deserving of their love anymore, right? If you're inconsiderate of their time, then you're not worthy and deserving of their time anymore. If you are selfish, then you're not worthy and deserving of their love, because love is not selfish. Love is considerate. Love is sacrificial. Love is thoughtful. Love is giving. And if all you're doing is taking, then you don't love. And so I want you to understand the difference. There is a difference between being a martyr and receiving love and being love. Okay? It's complicated, Life is simple. It's not easy. It's a little complicated, and this is why we learn. So I'm just now learning in the last few years how to take my thoughts and not believe them. And I want to encourage you to get this book, How to Love Yourself by Teal Swan. It's just an amazing book that my friend Sherry sent me. Thank you very much, Sherry. And I also want to encourage you that if you are interested in working with me in this new year, I would love to help you. I do have a course that you can take. I'll leave the link below here in the show notes. You can start it right now. You can start it today. But I'm going to warn you right now. You're going to be uncomfortable as fuck. I'm going to ask you to throw out all the food in your house that is not healthy. Now, if you don't want to do that, then don't bother taking the course. Because ain't nothing going to change until you change. You're going to have to make a big, major change. And I know you don't want to get uncomfortable, but do you want to stay the same? Or do you want to get uncomfortable and change? Those are the two options. Those are the only two options in 2023, boo. I love you. I thank you so much for listening. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.